Google search ads are about to change forever. And it doesn't matter if you're spending 5K a month or 500K a month. As we speak, we are heading into a new era of AI match search through AI Max. So in this video, I want to go through what Google has actually announced, what the AI Max means for your search campaigns, and what you should do about it. For most of Google Ads history, search campaigns worked one way. You picked keywords, you wrote ads, you chose landing pages, your keyword list was the fence around your traffic, Google matched the queries. Google has been slowly changing that in the recent years. Dynamic search ads let Google read your site to create ads and find keywords to match. Broad match started matching intent instead of words. Each step handed Google's AI more of the targeting and ad creation parts of search ads. And AI Max is where all of this is starting to converge. So Google's own FAQ calls it an evolution of DSA and Performance Max with final URL expansion while including the convenience and control of search campaigns. So to break that down a little bit, you're getting the keyword list matching of dynamic search ads with the intent-based reach of broad match and the text generation that you find in Performance Max, all inside your search campaigns. And this matters more than ever because Google has made AI Max generally available for a while now. And they've recently announced that in January 2027, they'll be depreciating all dynamic search ad creations, so you won't be able to use DSAs anymore. But also all of your DSA campaigns will be automatically upgraded to AI Max in Feb 2027. So now is the time you really test and understand AI Max, which is actually what we've been doing at Echelonn. And the results have actually been very promising. We are seeing AI Max working way better than it did when it first came out. And just to break it down a bit, I have two examples from within our accounts for you. So here we got the first one. You can actually see AI Max expanded matches actually having generated more conversions than manually added keywords in this test. And we saw the same thing in another account where we tested between a search campaign with broad match versus another campaign with broad match and AI Max enabled. And the AI Max enabled campaign nearly doubled the conversions in the same time frame. And the nicest part about these results, guys, is what the AI did without us asking. The system had read the site, decided which queries belonged to which page, and it found the brand's top of funnel articles and started routing informational searches to those pages automatically. So as you can see, we did already have some landing pages we picked ourselves. Traditionally, you've been able to pick your landing pages, pair them up with your headlines, and of course, the keywords you want to target within your ad groups. But what happens with AI Max enabled is it can select landing pages for you, pages that we didn't manually select ourselves, and actually generate not only clicks, but some conversions as well. So as you can see, it managed to build this top of funnel campaign for us in a sense. Just from the URL, you can see top 6 incredible benefits. Red light therapy versus infrared. Oh, here, what is red light therapy? So these were automatically selected by AI Max. I expect most of you are running responsive search ads. You write the headlines and descriptions, Google test combinations, learns what works, everything else stays under your control. Your keywords decide the reach and your assigned final URL decides where the click lands. Now, AI Max hands 3 of your jobs over to Google's machine learning. So here we go into settings. And if you scroll down far enough, you will see AI Max for search campaigns. Now, the first thing I want to mention is the search term matching. So this is where the AI finds searches. Your keyword list might have never triggered. I'm talking specifically about the keyword list that obviously you set at the ad group level. And basically, if you're using something like exact or phrase match, it can be quite restrictive and controlled to the list that you provide, which in a lot of cases is a good thing. But if you wanted to utilize AI Max to find more keywords to trigger your ads, this is an option too. So essentially it's like turning on broad match. So you can set this at the campaign level by ticking optimize your campaign with AI Max. But what most advertisers don't realize is there is also a toggle to turn this on and off at the ad group level too. So here I am at the ad group level, and this is the settings for one of our ad groups. And as you can see, there's this specific section here, search term matching. So if you just quickly read the description here, search term matching expands your keywords to broad match, lets Google AI match content from your landing pages and assets to help you show up with more relevant searches. And you can actually toggle this off at an ad group level. So I did want to bring up something else. If you essentially disable this whole search term matching at the campaign level, you're essentially deactivating AI Max entirely. So this button is basically the master switch. You can turn this on at the campaign level, but then if you wanted more control, you can go into the ad group level and enable or disable from there. The next thing I want to talk about is text customization. So this is where the AI can generate headlines and descriptions from your domain, your landing pages, and your existing ads. It can be a good practice to have text guidelines, and this gives you some control over the ad copy that AI Max will generate for you. So as you can see, you can have term exclusions. You can exclude things like cheap or free shipping if you don't want that, or even messaging restrictions. For example, if you don't want to mention people that don't fit your ICP, for example. Now I want to cover final URL expansion. So essentially, this is where the AI might swap your final landing page for a more relevant one based on the query that triggers your ad. And basically the magic of this is it can write a matching headline on the fly. If you have text customizations turned on, again, this is a campaign level setting and an ad group level setting. So here you can add URL exclusions. This can be a good practice to kind of see this with pages that you know you don't want traffic to. So some examples could be your shopping policy page or return page, pages that you don't want traffic and you don't want ads fucking pointing to because they're not going to lead to a fucking conversion. Even pages that you know might be low performers. So ideally you want to see these here just so you don't waste any ad spend with AI Max trying to drive traffic to these pages. And again, you can set them through direct URLs or rules. Now there is an ad group equivalent of this which goes in the opposite end, so it's URL inclusions. So while the other one excludes pages on the website level, your inclusions means these are the URLs that you want AI Max to drive traffic to exclusively. And again, it works pretty much the same. You could do URLs, custom labels, or rules. There's also the option of page feeds, but again, you can check the documentation yourself for that part. This is actually modular. You can toggle each one independently, of course, apart from this one. But for final URL expansion to work, you need text customization to be on. If you turn this off, final URL literally goes off with it, as you can see. It's not like you're telling Google, here's my fucking money, spend it as you wish, fucking go for it. But more like a strategic layer to help you maximize your opportunity when it comes to search ads. Now, I do want to take this moment to kind of talk to you about some of the best practices that we've seen. Number one, you still want to supply at least 7 to 8 strong headlines yourself because Google's generated text can drift off brand. Like, yes, you gotta let Google cook and Gemini cook and the AI cook, but if you just go, oh, hands off, it can generate some fucking pretty off-brand things. Number two, don't run text customization plus URL expansion on a thin site. We've seen this work best if your website has a strong SEO setup, so you have content that can span from the top of funnel to the bottom of funnel. And as with every campaign, you want to do the same regular maintenance. Every week, you want to do the following. Check the AI Max search terms view and add negatives or URL exclusions for anything off target. Scan the asset report and remove any off-brand Google AI copy. And I would say also review the landing pages report and exclude any underperformers. This is the whole system. We're seeing some pretty promising results. The brands that build this understanding now will own the AI match query surface while their competitors are still trying to figure out how the fuck it all works next year when the rollout just becomes official. So you want to be proactive, get ahead of your competition. And if you're a brand doing at least 20K a month in Google ad spend, or you're doing over 500K in monthly revenue recurring, go ahead, book in a time with me below. Happy to chat strategy, do an audit for you, and give you a roadmap for unlocking your Google ads. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next one.